They are what we actually watch as price action trader. If you are you and I want to teach you guys how to trade price action, don't be drawing yama yama on your charts. You will see some charts, you will see lots of yama yama, serious yama yama. No, 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 no. Personally, I don't appreciate that. All those things will be too noisy on your chart. To make your chart noisy, you don't want your chart to be noisy now. For what? What is price action? Price action is a trading technique that allows the trader to analyze the market and make subjective trading decisions based on past and present price movement. Price action trading uses tools like chart patterns, trend lines, support and resistance, and many more. So at this point, we'll be talking about trend line, support, and resistance. In real life, support and resistance are just lines that are connect the same spot of price. The same spot of what? Of price. You can look at the ground of your house. If you are in your house right now, wherever you are right now, the floor, you can take it as a support. While your ceiling, you can take it as your resistance so that you can easily remember. The floor of your house is your support. The ceiling is your resistance. However, support can change to resistance, and resistance can also change to support. And I will show you now. The first thing that happens when you open your chart, you are confused. You see a lot of lines. You don't know what to do. The first thing you do is to draw your support and resistance lines. Where do you go to? Take your chart to your daily chart. I will tell you why. You want to see what the big traders are doing. Those that trade billions, they trade daily time frame, okay? They don't trade smaller time frames like those of us that have $2 in our account trade. No. They trade bigger time frames. Some of them go to monthly to go and draw their trend line, support and resistance. First of all, focus on drawing your support and resistance. And I'll be showing you now. I have opened my chart. This is the monthly chart for GBP CHF. CHF is Swiss franc. Swiss what? Swiss franc. So I opened 1 month. Now, this is from 1994 down to 2000. Now, I want to draw the support here. If you look at this down spot here, look at what happened. Sometime in 2012, the price touched this place and it could not dwell, it could not break it. And then it came up again and it touched it again sometime in 2016. And then it went up again, and in 2020, it is dancing on that. It has not still broken that place. That is a support. Are you guys with me? So at this support, we had 3 times or 4 times that the market rested on it. That is a support level. Now, a resistance level will be somewhere at the top where price expected a level. Now, I can pick this point as a support, as a resistance, sorry. This point at the top here. Why? Because price respected the level here, it respected the level here, and then it came and respected the level here. Yes, it tried to break out of that level, okay? And it came back and broke out of the level again. But if you notice something, the price could not dwell above that level. It still came back down. Look at it, it was a drop. So we were able to locate 3 different locations where the price respected that level. So I see that level as a key level in the market. But a key level in the market. And see what happened here. The price wanted to try to touch this place, but some other smaller key levels here restricted the price, and the price did what? Fell down from here. I have just monthly support and my monthly resistance. And if you like, you can name it. If you like, can do what? You can name it. Okay? If you like, you can do what? You can name it. You can name it. Come on. Add text note. You can name it. Or you come here and you click on text. Text. Come on. Where is this thing? You can click on text. Monthly support. Monthly support. Support here. Come on now. These are our monthly support here. You see, I named it. If you don't want to name it, it's fine. But I'll name it for the sake of this class. And this is our monthly resistance up here. Our monthly resistance up here. So we are done with the monthly analysis. Don't trade the monthly analysis. If you want to trade the monthly analysis, you will wait. Time to be waiting for months to collect money. We want to collect our money sharp, sharp. So from the monthly, I will jump to daily. Now, I must tell you something. The monthly analysis is always stronger than the monthly analysis, whatever analysis you make on your monthly, is always stronger than any analysis that you will make on daily or the 4 hours time frame or the 3 hours time frame or the 2 hours time frame. I must tell you. Now, we have our monthly support. So we know that anytime the price reach this point, it's a strong zone that we must take note of. Now, on my daily chart, I want to observe what has the price been doing over the past few days. On the daily, we can see that the price has actually been ranging. The price has been ranging here. But what are we actually looking for? We are looking for a support zone and a resistance zone in our daily time frame. Okay? Let me show you a good resistance zone here. That acted as a support and a resistance. Now, I won't make it as thick as this anymore because I want us to get a hang of it. Now, let us look at this. I changed the color so I will know. It acted as it was a support here. Look at the market went up and it made this line a support. And then it jumped up and it came down and it broke that support. And then it came here and it started using it as a what? As a resistance. Look at it. There was a resistance point here, served as resistance here, came down, served as a resistance here, came down. This one is still a support, served as a resistance, came down. And we don't know what is going to happen. Will the market pull up? Will the market move up? We are still watching. Now, we have identified a zone. This is a zone on the daily that we have identified. Now, we want to identify more zones. We want to do what? We want to identify more zones. I can see a zone here. I can see a zone here. I can see a zone here, right here, where the market respects, and also here, where the market is trying to respect. Look at this point. It was support here, and it was resistance here. Look at it. It was resistance here, it was resistance here, it was resistance here, and then we saw a full drop. You understand? A consolidation here, like a choppy market here, and then there was a drop on the daily. So we have identified some good zones in our daily chart. And look at this place is a good zone. So we are going to apply a zone here. Good. We have identified 3 zones on our daily chart. Not to bore our chart with too many lines now. This is our point of action. This is where we are actually looking at. So we now drop down to 4 hours time frame because we have drawn our support and our resistance. Don't forget, support is a floor, resistance is a ceiling. I've gone to the 4 hours time frame, and what can we see? This is the floor, this is the ceiling. So this is our support, this is our resistance. If it breaks out of this point to the top side, then it comes back to test it, then it has turned this our ceiling to what? To a support. Hope we are together. I hope we are together. I hope you understand. If you don't understand, raise up your hand or throw a question. Please, very important. Very, very what? Important. Throw in a question. I am here for you. Now, we have drawn our support and our resistance. When we now come down to the 4 hours, we want to know what the market is doing. Is the market on a trend? That's what we want to now look at. Is the market in a range or is the market in a trend? Currently, the market is in a range. We all can see it clearly. The market is in a range. The market has been ranging from here. It has been ranging from here. It has been respecting a particular zone. Let's check it out. The market respected the top, came to the bottom, top again, came to the bottom, respected. Can you see it? If you throw in the Bollinger Band, you can trade this. As it touches bottom here, something is going to happen. It must touch this top. Now, to trade a range, you will wait for the market to break out of that range. You wait for the market to break out of that range and retest that range. Pure break and retest. Break and what? Retest. When the market, let me show you one point where the market did a break and retest. The market came down, broke this line, but when it retested it, it came back into the line. Then it came back and retested the line to tell you that I am still inside this monthly support. I don't want to break it yet. As it did this retest, a typical trader will wait for the price action candle to form. Now, let me show you the price action candle that formed there. My guys, what formed here? An engulfing bar. A bullish engulfing bar was formed. And what did you see after that? There was a push to the upside. And would have made some profit here if you entered that trade before the market started doing what? Ranging. Now, we're waiting for the market to break out of this ranging zone and do a retest before we now enter a trade. So if the market wants to break out to the upside, which I believe the market will break out to the upside, we'll be expecting something like this. The market will break out like this. Okay? The market will break out like this. And then, before you can take the trade as a price action trader, the market will break out. The market will retest the zone, top of that zone, and then the market will move up to the upside. So it's when it has retested, we normally take our trade. When it has touched this point, it has broken and come back to touch it, we'll not take our trade for it to go up. Okay? Now, we've talked about support and resistance. When you want to draw your support and resistance, start from the daily time frame. Okay? Start from the daily time frame. Then you can go down from the daily to the 4 hours. From the 4 hours, jump to the 1 hour. From the 1 hour, go to the 30 minutes. From 30 minutes, you can enter your trade at 30 minutes or 15 minutes. But as much as possible, avoid 30 minutes and 15 minutes. Avoid it only if you want to be a scalper. Tell you, we have different types of traders. We sure have different types of traders. Scalping traders, those ones trade 30 minutes, 15 minutes, 5 minutes. They want to make sharp money. We have the day traders, intraday traders, sorry, those that trade 1 hour and 4 hours. I trade that. You take a trade in the morning and you come back in the evening to take your profit or your loss. We have day traders. The one I talk about intraday, we have day traders. Day traders are the ones that keep their trades running for days, weeks, you keep your trade running for 5 days, 6 days, you keep your trade running. And we have swing traders. Those ones to keep their trades running for days too and weeks. Swing traders. Swing traders are the ones that you will see that this market is going to fall for up to like 3 weeks. You will leave your trade to be running for that 3 weeks. You see that the market will fall for the next 4 days, keep falling. Leave your trade to keep falling. As it's falling and it is retracing and doing its corrections, you keep entering more positions. Okay? Those are swing traders. Then we have those that trade monthly, and somebody has held a trade for since 2012 or so. Somebody has been holding one trade. We heard of them. Those guys are blood money ritualists. They held trade for. So if you want to analyze your market, the first place you go to is your daily to get your important support and resistance zones before you now move into your 4 hours. So we did ours on monthly first. I just wanted to show you how it is. Now are very important zones. Then first of another thing is try to zoom out the market. Okay, this is your zoom in and zoom out. Try to zoom out the market so that you can see a bigger picture of the market. Okay, so that is it about support and resistance. But something else just hits me now. When you go down to the 1 hour time frame, now somebody comes here as a 1 hour time frame trader and wants to enter this trade. He sees what the market is doing every 1 hour. He sees what the market, every candle that forms here forms every 1 hour. That is what it means. If you go to the monthly, every candle that forms every 1 month. If you go to the 4 hours, every candle that forms every 4 hours. Okay, so you come here and you see the market doing this. You want to enter a trade, and look at the big picture. You've seen that the market is in a range currently, and you've drawn your rectangle to cover that range to know that, oh, this is a range. You come to a lower time frame. You come and mark your support and resistance zones, because price always respects support and, because let me tell you something, guys. Structure is structure, no matter the time frame. Now, look at what happened there. Price respected this structure here, broke and retest. If I take it to 30 minutes or 50 minutes, you will see how the market retested here. In short, there's no time to talk. Let me take it to 15 minutes. Let me show you how the market retested that zone. See, as it broke out of the zone, what did it do? You saw the red candle come back to retest that zone before it went up again. Can you see? That is how the market does. That is exactly how the market does. Break and retest. If you're on 15 minutes now and the market did this and it broke and it retested, enter your trade. See the profit. It came down, touched it, retested, and touched it, went up, broke it, and did what again? Retested that zone before it finally dropped again. Came up, retested the zone, dropped again. And it's retesting the zone here. It went down, came back and retested the zone here. Price always respects a zone. That zone. According to this place, that place is serving as a resistance. It's serving as a ceiling. It is using its head to hit it, serving as a ceiling for it. But at this point where it broke out and went up, it served as a what? As a support. Let me go back to 1 hour. 15 minutes is always very noisy for me. We cannot see it. Start your analysis from daily. Break, retest, enter your trade. Break, retest, wait for price action candle to form from the actual candle patterns that I taught you guys. Wait for it to form and bust into your trade. And Sunday morning. That is that about support and resistance. It is not a big deal. Don't let anybody come and tell you I'm selling support and resistance strategy to you. Please, don't let anybody tell you that I want to sell you support and resistance strategy. Who does that? Who does that? Support and resistance strategy? No, now. Oh, wrong. That's very wrong. And if you look at it, the price respected the zone here, went up, respected the particular zone here, came down, broke that zone, retested that zone, went up, came back to respect that zone. All these places, it has been respecting the zone. So we are likely to see an uptrend. Oh boy, I have a bad network now. Point. We are likely to see an uptrend happen if it breaks out of this mini zone that I drew here now, or breaks out of the top. There's a zone here that is testing now, a new level. Then we are likely to see what? An uptrend up to this point here, which is a lot of money. Which is a what? A lot of money. That is for support and resistance. Let us look for another market and draw support and resistance. So I don't look like I'm just blabbing. Okay, this is my chart. This was my trade. I made 169 pips here. Sweet money. 169 pips. Can you beat that? Okay, let me use another market as an example. If you don't understand, raise up your hand or throw in a message on the chat. I'm going to see it and I'm going to act on it. I'm going to act on it. So we have GBP NZD. That is Great British Pound Dollar. That is what I want to analyze now. So I go to my daily and I zoom out so that I zoom out so I can see the bigger picture. I zoom out so I can see the bigger what? The picture. Zoom out the bigger picture. Now I'm seeing some zones. I'm seeing some zones here. I'm seeing some zones. Somebody just asked if it is possible to predict if the market will break a support and resistance zone. It is not really easy to predict that. That is why we normally wait for a retest. When we see that the market is about to break, you don't predict a break. Allow it to do what it wants to do. When it breaks a support or a resistance, you will wait for a retest. When it comes back and retests that zone with a correct, then you can now follow that trend to the direction it is going to. Do you understand? Let me quickly show you an example from that question that you asked. This is a zone that was formed here, okay? The zone has been formed right from all these points here. Look at the zone. The same zone has been forming from here. It was a resistance here. It was a resistance here, and then it broke and became a support, and the support tested and jumped up. Came down, broke it, retested it, jumped down. Came here, touched it as a resistance, broke it, retested. As it broke here, you don't enter your trade because anything can happen. It came back and it retested. Now it is this retest that we are going to trade. As it retested it, we will now enter a buy order, a buy stop at the top, and allow it and give us profit. Okay? So you wait for a break and a retest of a zone before you take your trade. You don't have to predict it. You don't have to predict it. Don't worry, as we go on and on, you would understand more. So let me just quickly draw support and resistance on this chart here. On this chart here. In a zone here, a very sweet zone where the market has been respecting price on a support. I might not see it all. If you see anyone, call my attention. I am seeing a zone here. The market respected this zone very well over time. Can you see the market has been respecting the zone? It has been respecting the zone, all these places. Respecting the zone. Now, a way to draw support and resistance that will make it easy. Because you say, isn't it breaking? Isn't it breaking? Let me show you. You will change your chart to line charts. Your eyes will be clear. You will see everything. Now, look at it. We have a zone here. This is the best way to draw your support and resistance. Those of you that are already trading, let me see if you are online. Those of you that are already trading, can you draw support and resistance so you can get the key positions? Change it to a line chart. See this, it was a support here, support, and then more support. This is a key level in the market. And then you have another key level here. Can you see this key level? Resistance, support, resistance. So a little support here, resistance, you see that? A level. This one here, and that small level here, but I won't draw it because look at here. Support, it was resistance on that same level here. It was support on this level here. It was resistance here, another level. I won't draw it. I will go to 4 hours and see what the market is. So let me go back to the candles. This is line. I changed it to line. So let me go back to candles. Boom, this is it. We have our daily support and our daily resistance, important zones. So if you implement your chart well, make it look better, you can pick the highest point in the market and create a zone there too. This is the highest point in the market. I've created the highest point for a resistance there. And you can pick the lowest part and also create a level there. So that your mind will always tell you this is the lowest part the market reached. Because on a lower time frame, you might not be seeing all that move until the market moves close to that place. So we are on 4 hours now. And as we can see, the support was nice here. What is going to happen next? Now, on the 4 hours, you can now look for more support and resistance on your 4 hours. You know the one I said I didn't want to draw? This is it. Let me change the color now so I will know that it is our 4 hours time frame we are looking at. Good. Can you see this? It was a support here, it broke and we had a retest. If you go to 30 minutes, you will see the break and retest very well here. Let me mark it and show you guys. I know we don't have all that time, but I need to show you. This is a lecture. Let me go to 30 minutes and look for that part. Oh boy, what's this? Come on. Can you see it? It broke and it did what? And we had a retest before a final drop. That was I'm going to show you. That's break and retest. I'm going to show you that break and retest. Key levels. There's another level here. The market is expecting another. Come on. Market is expecting another level here. Can you see the level? Is a resistance here, a break, and it wanted to retest here, but can you see the retest? It moved up very well. And then it's after that is support here, a resistance here, and a support. Currently, it is a support in the market for us. It is a support in the market. I hope you guys are seeing this. Support and resistance is the simplest. You can just be looking at support and resistance, wait for a break and retest and enter your trade. Some people trade only support and resistance. They just wait for break and retest and they enter their trade. So trading is more than that. We have indicators. I showed you Bollinger Bands the other time, which I shouldn't even be showing you guys in the free class. Bollinger Bands. We have Fibonacci retracement, which is my most. Oh, you don't want to joke with me with Fibonacci. The moment I see you trading Fibonacci, you are my friend. Somebody in this group will be laughing right now. The moment I see you trading Fibonacci, you are my friend. We have RSIs. We have moving average. I should show you RSI and moving average tomorrow. On Monday. I should show you moving average and RSI on Monday. I should show you RSI and moving averages on Monday. I should show you that. For those of you that trade trend lines, Fibonacci, using Fibonacci to trade trend line, it is very, very sweet. It is very, very sweet. Very, very sweet. We have 10 minutes to go. We'll finish before 10 minutes. The morning session will end before 10 minutes, but we can ask our questions. I will teach in the next 5 minutes maximum, so we can ask questions. So that is basically it for support and resistance. We went to our daily. We found our support and resistance lines. We jumped to found our key levels on 4 hours. As you can see, the level was respected more than 2 times as a support and resistance. It was a resistance here. It broke out. It retested as a support like that. Can you see it? And we had a little range in between here. So that is how to draw your support and resistance. They are the most important things in Forex trading before you now talk about trend line. Now, drawing the trend line. As I've opened it and I've drawn my support and resistance, the next thing is trend line. If you look at this market here now, something is happening. The overall sentiment, we call it sentiment in the market, is a downtrend. From the top right here, we can see that the market is doing what? Is falling. And market always respects a trend. So there are chances that the market has dropped to this support zone. We will test this resistance here. And I mean, it will go up and test this resistance, break through this point, retest this point, test this resistance, then drop again. So we might be looking towards making a trade towards this resistance. It's not rocket science. It's very simple. Let me break it down to 1 hour. Now we know that the overall trend is a downtrend. We know now that the overall trend is a downtrend. So what you should be looking for is sell. Please be looking for a what? A sell. Don't be looking for an overall downtrend. That is how to draw a trend line. When you open your chart, you will look for what the overall market is saying. Is the market saying an uptrend or is the market saying a downtrend? Now that I have come to 1 hour, I can see that the market is doing a little bit of uptrend on the 1 hour time frame. From here, let me connect these two dots together. Come on now. Can you see this? That's what the market did. The market, we have 2 positions here, and the market did a test here. And then if you were on the 1 hour time frame, which many banks used to trade, you would have entered your buy here and made some profit up to this point. Now, because the general market movement is a downtrend, but anytime you are going in for a reverse for what the market is doing, you don't look for long peaks. To to take small pips from the market. The overall trend of this market is a downtrend, but I saw a buy opportunity in this market. I saw a buy opportunity in this market. Look at the move. It cannot be more than 20, 30 pips. Let me check it. If I wanted to take the trade, I'll take the trade from somewhere here, and I would have ended my trade somewhere here. That is just 25 pips, and I'm out of that market. I hope somebody is listening to me. So if you are going opposite a trend, you are look for very small pips. Maybe you are trying to trade a retracement, because all these moves are possible. This is a downtrend coming here. All are possibly a retracement. You know why? Most of them have never ended. They have not closed above the former lower low or lower high, which I'm going to talk about now in the next 1 minute. So what you are looking for now is the market to break this zone, we test the zone, touch the trend line, then we enter a sell to come down, because we are actually looking for what in this market? We are looking for a sell. We're looking for a sell. So on a trend, what do we normally see on a trend? When you see a trend is valid when it is making higher highs and lows. For a downtrend, this is a lower high, a lower low, 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 lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. Then your trend is valid. Nugo, then your trend is what? Is valid when it is making highs and lows. For an uptrend, you will see higher lows, higher high, higher lows, higher high, higher lows, higher high, higher lows. It forms that we see highs and lows in the market for a trend. That makes our trend valid. When the trend now breaks the former higher lows or the former higher highs, then you have a problem. Something bad wants to happen. The trend wants to reverse. Then we look for candlesticks, price action candlesticks that will form, Arami pattern, doji, whatever. We wait for it to show it, form, finish its formation, then we enter that trade. Because we know that the market wants to change pattern. That is how we know that a trend wants to end. I know that question is a very valid question. Somebody should please write that question down and ask me on Monday. How do you know when a trend wants to end? Please, somebody write it down wherever you are now. Please write it down and ask me on Monday. How do you know when a trend wants to end? Because a downtrend will surely end one day. So whatever is going down will surely go up. Whatever will surely come down. A trend will end one day. How do you know that it will end? Somebody please ask me that question on Monday. Very important. Very, very important. So right here, I'm going to stop. And I'm going to just take 1 or 2 questions. If you have a question, raise up your hand. Raise up your hand or throw the question in the chat here. Let me answer that question. That's how we can end this morning session. If you have a question, throw it in. Don't throw it in. Somebody said, are you teaching Fibonacci? I love it, but don't really understand it well. I might talk about Fibonacci. It is my best tool. So Fibonacci is my. So I talk about Fibonacci. So any other question before the meeting ends, you can raise up your hand. We'll unmute you and you will quickly ask your question and I will quickly treat it. Any other question? The meeting is about to end. If there's no question, we'll just wait for the time to take us out. Until then, let me quickly see if I can show you a trend. Oh, see the money. Glory be to God in the highest. Hallelujah. Let me quickly show you a trend. DXY has been on a downtrend. A retest is not the same as a retracement. A retest could be a retracement, yes, but it is not necessarily a retracement. But it's not necessarily a retracement. A retest is telling you that I am not going to pass this zone again. I want to change my movement. While a retest is showing that a retracement is showing that I am still continuing this movement. Or I'm just trying to correct my movement because people are taking profit from me. And I will just give you a quick example. Now we had a steep a mini downtrend here. It's not a downtrend really, it's just a mini downtrend happening here. Just a mini downtrend happening here. And as we can see, there was what happened here is not a retest. It is like a retracement, like a retest, but it's not really a retracement. They were taking off profits here. It was forming at lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower low, lower high, lower low, and a lower and a lower low. This is not really a downtrend anyway. I'm just using it as an example. Okay, this is the real downtrend. Right from the top here, we had a second connection here, which was here. And then if we draw it, we see that the third connection was way down here. Can you see it? So this is the correction here. It fell down and we had several retests showing us that it doesn't want to break. But when it broke it, it came and retested this line before it finally fell to the ground. So we have lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, then a long trend before the lower lows, way down like that. And we had a ranging market before it came to retest the trend line again to respect it. So we keep looking for sales. Thank you guys for attending the morning session. There'll be evening session. I know many people don't like attending the evening session. Now 5 to 7 p.m. today. But if you can, attend and tell others in the group to attend. Advise others to attend. I've opened the group for you to chat people up. So you can chat people up to attend the evening session. It's free knowledge. Everybody, where people normally joke with free knowledge. But if all of you paid money to be here, you would have taken it serious. So encourage everybody to join. Share your experience on the group. If this class was worth it, share it on the group. I would like to see your reviews on the group. Thank you very much, guys.